Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now at 6, after a months-long investigation, police have made an arrest in the shooting death of a Hartford man back in April. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden. Police arrested 38-year-old Denton Young of Windsor Locks in connection with the shooting. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules is in Hartford to break down the new developments for us.
50-year-old Michael Coleman was found shot in the stomach on Vine Street back on April 1st.
What's going on? Somebody got shot.
In a video taken by a neighbor sent to us back in April, you can see the moment first responders found Coleman after he was shot.
Somebody just got shot.
In that car, I think?
Yes, baby.
After the shooting, police say the suspect, now identified as Denton Young, drove away in a black car. Coleman was quickly taken to a local hospital.
EMS got here pretty quickly, did what they could to save his life, and then bring him to a local hospital where he was unfortunately pronounced deceased. At
a press conference the night of the shooting, Lieutenant Aaron Boisvert with the Hartford Police Department said there were several pieces of evidence left at the scene, including shell casings. After an investigation, police took Young into custody Wednesday morning. He was taken to the Hartford Police Detention Facility for processing. The suspect is being charged with murder and is being held on $2 million bond. In Hartford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Alicia, thank you. Well, today marks 18 years since one of the most horrific crimes in Connecticut history. Jennifer Hawk Pettit and her two daughters, Haley and Michaela, were tortured and killed during a home invasion in Cheshire. Well, now a new scholarship is honoring Jennifer's life as a pediatric nurse and her dedication to caring for others. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza has the story and explains how it could impact future generations of nurses.
It's been nearly 2 decades, but the loss of the Pettit family is still deeply felt here in the community. Jennifer Hawk Pettit was a nurse. Her daughters, Haley and Michaela, were just 17 and 11 years old when they were killed in their home. Back on July 23, 2007, 2 men who were on parole broke in around 3 a.m. Over the next several hours, the men terrorized the family in a crime that shocked many. Jennifer's husband and the girl's father, Dr. William Pettit, was beaten but managed to survive. The killers, Joshua Komisarjevsky and Stephen Hayes, are serving life in prison. Bill Helene moved into the neighborhood about 11 years ago. He told us it's hard not to get emotional when passing by the memorial where the Pettit's home once stood. He says he tries to stay positive by remembering not just the tragedy, but the love and strength of the community.
And I don't think the Pettits would want people to remember this neighborhood just for that, you know what I mean? And it's a really lovely place. You know, I don't know a whole lot of neighbors that lived here at that time. But I think as far as the community is concerned, it's not something that we will forget.
Since that tragedy, Dr. Pettit created the Pettit Family Foundation to honor Jennifer, Haley, and Michaela. The foundation supports causes like education and victims of violence. The Pettit Family Foundation announced this week they will be donating $100,000 to Quinnipiac University to create the Jennifer L. Hawk Pettit Pediatric Nursing Scholarship. Senior Associate Dean of the School of Nursing, Lisa Rebeshi, worked with Jennifer Hawk Pettit as a student nurse.
She was a role model. She was, as a student, she was someone that students looked up to. She was the type of nurse that you looked at and you wanted to be just like her.
The university is matching the gift by 50% to ensure long-term support for students with financial need who are passionate about pediatric care. She says this scholarship comes at a critical time.
We continue to have a huge need for nurses, and there's a growing need for health care for children and adolescents. And so with this scholarship, we're really looking to help support nurses that have a passion for pediatric nursing.
Now, Rebeshi believes through this scholarship, Jennifer Pettit's legacy of healing will continue in classrooms and clinics for years to come. In Hamden, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
All right, time for a look at the weather now. The heat and humidity is building back up. We're back into the 90s tomorrow, so we have issued a weather impact alert. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank to tell us more about it's a heat advisory we're looking at, Rach.
Yeah, there's a heat advisory in effect for parts of the state tomorrow, but for the entire state on Friday. So we're starting to heat up a little bit tomorrow, but by Friday we are all sweating when it will feel like between 95 to near triple digits. We are also tracking the potential for strong to severe storms heading into Friday afternoon and early Friday evening. So a lot going on here right now, though. It is so beautiful. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Yeah, it's a little bit humid, but not too bad. By 11 o'clock at night, temperatures are near 70, and we'll see overnight lows drift back into the 60s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. So tomorrow we start near 70 degrees. By noon, temperatures are in the mid 80s, and we'll see high temperatures around 90 degrees inland. It is Hartford, Tolland, and Windham counties that have the heat advisory for tomorrow for a heat index that could get above 90 degrees, but again, not as hot at the shoreline tomorrow with highs in the 80s. We'll talk about the thunderstorm threat. Your full forecast is coming up, Brent.
Rachel, thanks. One woman is dead after state police say she lost control of her car and crashed into a tractor trailer on Route 6 in Windham. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle spoke to a neighbor who lives near where the crash happened, who says she has seen several crashes on this stretch of road in just the past 6 months.
State police say one person is dead after a tractor trailer and a car crashed on Route 6 in Windham. We spoke with Lily Renee, who lives just across the street from where that crash happened. She says she heard the sounds of that loud crash, followed by her fiance yelling for her to call 911.
So my fiance was outside and I was upstairs. I heard a really loud bang and he screamed to call 911. So I did. I just wasn't sure what was happening. I came outside and there was an 18-wheeler just on the side of the road. There was another car right here in the center of the road.
Lily Renee recalls the moments she and her fiance called for help after a tractor trailer destroyed this Nissan on Route 6 in North Windham on Tuesday night. The driver of the Nissan, 23-year-old Jolene Brown, was pronounced dead on the scene. State police say Brown was traveling westbound on Boston Post Road when she lost control of her car while she tried to make a right turn. It sent her into the path of the tractor trailer. Renee remains stunned as she shares what she saw outside of her home.
I was shaking 911 so that they would send as many people out as they could. A few people pulled over, went over and checked on the people in the car.
On Wednesday morning, debris was still scattered across Route 6. Renee says this road has been prone to dangerous driving. In the past 6 months, she's seen 4 crashes on the roads near her home. The number of crashes is making her think twice about letting her 4 kids in the front yard.
I don't know why it's so bad here at this intersection. People just fly. It's 50 miles an hour through this road. My fiance wants to sell the house. We love living here, and I don't know that we would sell the house, but it's a very dangerous road to live on.
This section of Route 6 was reopened at around 4:30 on Wednesday morning. The driver of the tractor trailer was not injured and declined medical attention. In Windham, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
Well, a man turned himself in today on an active arrest warrant for allegedly hitting and killing a pastor on Route 9 in Berlin last September. Gabriel Figueroa of New Britain faces negligent homicide with a motor vehicle and evading responsibility charges. He appeared in court today and he's out on bond now. On September 18th, police say Figueroa hit Reverend Paul Krampitz on his motorcycle. Krampitz later died at the hospital. He was the pastor at Bethany Lutheran Church in Cromwell and also served as the chaplain for the town's police and fire departments as well as the state police. I-95 South in Stonington is still closed right now and has been for hours after a serious motorcycle crash. It happened between exits 90 and 91 just after 11:30 this morning. Officials tell us there are serious injuries. We don't know how many people were involved, and we'll update you once we learn more. New Haven police tell us a man is expected to be okay after he was shot near a popular park this morning. Officials say they found a 33-year-old man shot near Munson and Ashman Streets near Scantlebury Park. No one has been arrested. Police haven't said what led up to the shooting. It's all under investigation now. And a Danbury couple is accused of having sex on a flight to Florida last Saturday. Sarasota Airport Authority police arrested Christopher Arnold and Trista Riley. They face lewd behavior charges. Officials say the married couple were released from custody Monday, and we're working to learn more details. Well, this week, the town of Hamden got a new fire chief, and she's not only the first female fire chief that town has ever seen, she's also the first person of color. Solene Arif sat down with the fire chief, Shelley Carter, to find out how she's broken barriers to get where she is, all while inspiring the next generation of firefighters.
Just a few years ago, one study found that less than 5% of career firefighters were women. I'm introducing you to one fire chief who wants to change that. It's a busy life being a firefighter and even busier being a fire chief. But Fire Chief Shelley Carter found some time to talk about how she got here, and it all started with a question a firefighter asked her at 28 years.
Turned around and looked at me and said, "You ever thought about becoming a firefighter?" I was like, "No, I'm the girliest girl I know, and you probably wouldn't hire me." And he was like, "No, they're actually looking for women in Hartford, and I think you should look into it."
It planted the seed in her mind, and then she says someone in her life told her she'd never pass the test to become a firefighter, and that lit a spark in her.
And so I took the test, went through the interviews, and got hired as a firefighter's recruit, and was like, I don't even know what this requires. So I believe it was planned. I'm a Christian. I believe God has a plan, and our steps are ordered.
She continued climbing the ranks and kept climbing and walking through doors as they opened. Carter says she forged her own way on every single shift.
And so with my personality, with setting boundaries and making sure they understood that I went through the same process as them, I worked really hard, I deserved to be there, and then showing on the fire ground that I was capable of doing my job, I kind of wore them down.
And as passionate as she is for all things firefighting, she knows there's other young women who could also find the same passion in this career if someone plants the seed for them like someone did for. That's why she hosts a Girls Future Firefighter Camp each summer.
I teach them about emergency management, and I teach them how to become fire chiefs. If they choose to come into this career path, wonderful. If they don't, wonderful. At least they know that they can be anything they want to be if they put their mind to it.
And during our interview, she actually got called to a scene, so we had to cut it short, but that's just real life firefighting for you. It constantly keeps you busy serving your community. Reporting in Hamden, Solene Arif, Fox 61.